Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing?
Great.
Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Could you hear me without this?
Yes.
I don't think I'm going to use it then. So my name is Jose Juarez. This is Kelly Juarez, my wife. The company's called BarbaCuban and 455 sauce. So I'll kind of take you through the story. Let me put this thing down here. So the whole thing started off really with an idea from Kelly for me to join a contest on a show called Live with Kelly and Michael. I don't know how many people have seen that show or heard of that show, but they were looking for America's Next Grill Star. I love to grill. You know, I'm constantly, I'll have 5 or 6 different either smokers or grills at home, but to me it's just a great hobby. So Kelly tells me, she goes, you got to enter the contest. You know, and when it first started, I was like, yeah, I don't think so. But, you know, I told her yes until it came down to the point one day she kind of got me in on a weekend with a bunch of friends. We sent in a video, and it had to be a 30-second video of what was the idea, what was I going to be called, you know, and what was the concept of this show that we were doing for them. So a friend of ours came up with an awesome name, BarbaCuban. I absolutely love it, kept that, incorporated that. That became the name of the company. What I ended up doing on the show was a combination of a Cuban sandwich and a burger. So the whole story was, I was born in Cuba in 1963, immigrated to the United States in 68. I'm going to give you the best of both worlds. I'm going to give you a American hamburger and a Cuban sandwich. I'm going to blend it together. I'm going to put some double smoked pulled pork on top of it. Now I need a sauce. So I started coming up with this sauce to put on this creation, you know, and the sauce became 455. Now you're probably wondering 455. Well, I'm a car fanatic, right? So everything had to go backwards to cars. You know, to me it was like when you start, you know, looking at that was our first appearance over here. I was a 6th semifinalist. They came up. You know, we went up to New York, cooked on Live with them. We had like an 8-minute segment, and then you could advance forward. In order to advance forward, you had to get, you had 7 days basically to get likes on Facebook. We ended up with more likes than anybody else, like 87,000. It was huge as far as that part of it. So that helped you advance, you know, in order to the finals. So that was in August of 2015. And then we came back for the finals, and we were judged, actually, it was pretty cool, by Food Network's Chopped. You had, you know, the chef Marcus and Alex, and, you know, they were the ones to actually judge the whole competition in there in order to become America's Next Grill Star. So I ended up winning that competition about, you know, I think it was 60 days after becoming a finalist. And what you won was $10,000, and then they produced some web shows. And as a result, with the relationship, I was able to come back last year and also be able to come in as a guest chef. So after winning the competition, one of the other cool things that happened is I got a shout out from the governor. So Governor Rick Scott ended up putting out an AP, bulletin out there saying, hey, you know, congratulations, thanks for representing the state. That was really cool. And even beyond that, then I get an invitation to go to the governor's mansion and actually make the sandwich for the governor and his staff. And then I was told at that point I was the only person ever to go in to that kitchen other than their executive chef and actually make a sandwich for the customer or for the governor. So we launched the sauce company in 2016. We've been in lots of publications. We've been on national TV a couple times with it. We're currently right now doing about 250 bottles a month. The majority of it is in Marion County and Ocala, about 200 here, 50 to 75 is basically done on our website. And we've got a couple other locations, like we just opened up a place in California that's actually a sandwich shop in Semi Valley, California. We've got a little sandwich shop in Tampa, so kind of expanded out that way. And so let's see, how much time we got?
We actually have a minute 30.
Minute 30, plenty of time. So that was basically the webisodes that were done on Live with Kelly and Michael, which was pretty cool. They ended up filming, and they're still there where you could see them. So we do some segments on Cuban fusion, because that's kind of like my style. I like to cook Cuban food, I like to barbecue, and then I also like to infuse that Cuban flavor, you know, along with all the other, like the pulled pork, you know. I'll do a mojo pulled pork, right? But then I'll take it in the smoker and smoke it for 2 hours. So it adds a little bit of a Texas flair, you know, South flair, along with the Cuban touch to it. And that's one of the other products that we produce, is we produce a mojo. And that's really what makes the 455 sauce, has the mojo in it. You know, it's a very complex sauce. The heat comes out of ghost pepper. And I started really researching peppers, and that what I found was the best pepper where it doesn't overpower the food. You know, we've got, in town here, we've got retail stores, which I can kind of go through, and we can talk about the retail stores in town. The retail product price is $10. It's $10.99 online. We're selling between 50 and 75 bottles a month online, and about 200 bottles, you know, through the retail locations. Last year we did 979 bottles, basically through events, because I've done a lot of events. And so into the future, one of the things that we're looking at is I've got an invitation to go back to First Coast Living, do some cooking segments there. And we're also going to start looking at marketing the product. I've got a push right now, and I've presented it to Publix. It's a long shot for a little company like us to get in there, but we put it out there, and they'll make a decision sometime in December. If that happens, then we'll do some marketing that we've already gotten with a marketing company on how to be able to hit those markets in the state of Florida.
All right.
So, all right.